Now that that's all done, we're just going to put the fixing holes in these metal parts. So I've got my trusty drill and 3mm drill bit, and one of the jigs which we've made up. This one's got the number 63 on it. Now, when I designed these, they were actually designed for aluminium extrusion, which has a really sharp bend in the apex down in there, and so this sort of sits really nicely down in that apex. But the stainless steel, given its brake press, doesn't have that sharp return, so we need to just reshape this tool slightly to get it to work properly. Otherwise, when you sit it in there, it just kind of wobbles around. It's got quite a bit of wobble in there. So we're just going to file off the apex of these triangles. So you can see here, if we look down the barrel there, there's quite a point on there. I'm just going to file that point off. So I'm just going to file it down to the flat, so it's just nice and parallel with the flat on this top piece of acrylic here. So now that that's done, so we've now got a nice little flat on there, that should sit in here without much wobble. Now, I've made up a little V groove just to hold this in, but you can use put two tables close together and then just sit this down in the groove. But we do need to be able to hold it vertically like this to drill a hole down through this point here. So we just take the drill bit and make sure that this little tab here is pushed right up against that edge, and that will be the center of this hole will be at 63mm. So I'm just going to take the drill, pop it down in that hole and start drilling. I'm just going to have a look to make sure that it's in the center, and that looks pretty good. I'm actually going to get some olive oil and put it down in there. So I've got this olive oil, got little squeeze bottles for everything, and I'm just going to pop that on at the drill point just as a little cutting agent, and it will actually help cut through the steel a lot faster and a lot easier, and it will save your drill bit. There's one done. And we'll do the other side. There we go. I'll just give this a little bit of a clean. Like this, and just take the burr off this back edge. They're quite sharp. Make sure that it's cleaned up. The hole is cleaned up. Again with this one. Now we could use a burr to do this. I don't want to use my countersink on it just because it'll blunt the countersink quite quickly. But I haven't got a burr, so I'm just using the file. This will be hidden in the Y-axis assembly anyway, so it doesn't really matter if it gets a bit scuffed. So now we can get these little machine screws and put that on there, and we're ready to assemble these. These are M3x10 flathead screws, and our y-axis is ready to mount in the y-axis assembly.